Ah, man. I can't believe we made it this far, right? Hey, I'm your host, Soul. This is Soulstar Sketching. And this month is going to be Pride Month. Yeah, we're going to get real gay up in here. Now, me personally, I'm not gay at all. I'm actually heterosexual. Have I found some people of the same gender who are attractive? Yeah, sure, but not really, not sexual, though. Sorry, I'm not into that. But I know folks who are. I know quite a few LGBTQ people out in the field somewhere. I'm in contact with them, a lot. Because, well, when you're a black straight man in art, that's kind of gonna happen anyway. Yeah, it is. But today, in case you haven't seen the little, tropical background, besides it being basically summer, we're going to have our first subject, which is Steven Universe, the most rainbow-themed show of all time. How could I not pick that? Come on! Look at it. It's a goddamn rainbow. That being said, let's get to it right now, right?
Hey, it's your boy Soul. So, I didn't quite feel like showing my face throughout most of this one, because to put myself on and off on the camera constantly while doing a 6-hour piece takes a toll on any artist, period. Let me repeat, 6 hours it took me with this thing. That was mostly because I was trying to figure out what I wanted. So that first footage you just saw a second ago, that was my first attempt, and I kind of hated it. So I just went back and started all over again with this Steven right here, because he's the yay kid. But yeah, throughout this whole video, I'm just going to drop a whole lot of facts about Steven Universe. So I'll try to keep it brief as I can. And while I'm talking about it, you're just going to see me in the past do all this crazy nonsense with my amazing artistic skills, because they are uber. So Steven Universe was actually created around the same time when Rebecca Sugar, that's the creator, was on Adventure Time. Adventure Time is a very popular show. I'll have to get into it. I have another video about that. I might link it as well. But yeah, her first character where the gems start to kind of come to being was from the character Flame Princess. Flame Princess is one of my personal favorite characters, by the way, from Adventure Time. And Rebecca Sugar made her. And she was the, I guess we call the prototype for the crystal gems later on Steven Universe. And you can see the similarities as well. But yeah, Steven Universe, when it first came out, I'm just telling my own experience, I was actually not very interested in the show at all when it first came out, a long time ago. It just sounded like a pretty typical kid show. I just kind of figured it's whatever. And then I started hearing things over time when it was getting more, pick up popularity and whatnot. And I keep hearing about all these LGBTQ things throughout the show. I'm just like, what are you talking about? It just it looks like a kid show to me. I'm like, it's just a kid show. What the hell are you talking about? So I got off my butt and I decided to just check it, just see the show itself, see what are people talking about so much. What is this y'all keep referring to? And at first, the first season, I just didn't quite see it as much. I think there are probably little hints and whatnot, but nothing over the top, except for the transformation. The gems fusion sequences are a little risque sometimes. I'm not going to deny that. But no, it really ramped up big time when the character Garnet. Spoiler for those who haven't seen Steven Universe, by the way. If you haven't seen the show and you want to see the show, I suggest you just not listen to what I'm saying anymore right now and click ahead or something, because I'm going to spoil the shit out of the show right now. I'm sorry. It's going to happen, guys. But yeah, when the character Garnet was revealed to be two characters, actually, named Ruby and Sapphire, and they are two feminine characters who are definitely in a relationship. There is no subtext about that. It's very clear they are seeing each other. That was the first time I think I ever actually saw on on a network like Cartoon Network, besides way back in the day when we had Sailor Moon and the so-called cousins, which everybody knew was bullshit, by the way. No way they were cousins. No. And we all knew that later on. They were not. They were lovers. But no. These were two prominent characters in the show who were gay. Just no way around it. They're gay. And how the show got around the senses with that was the most genius thing I've ever heard in my life. which is gems don't have genders, but they do have pronouns. See what I'm saying? So even though they call them she or her, they're not really a she and a her. They don't have a gender to speak of. Gems don't have that. They're gems. They're alien. They're just alien inanimate objects that can project any kind of body they want. And the moment I heard that, that is the most genius damn thing I've ever heard in my life to get around the censors. And oh yeah, the show got a lot of backlash for it too, but they got away with it though. I mean, like, Rebecca Sugar paved the way for a whole lot of LGBTQ creators and whatnot, and I have to respect that. I really do. I'm a straight man, but I have to totally respect that. Just to get away with it, and the kind of climate we were in at the time, that was revolutionary. It still is revolutionary to this day. And a lot of people have to thank this show for it. Now, I mean, you know, like, live action shows been doing that more, but for, like, you know, kids shows and whatnot, especially on Cartoon Network, you didn't see it too much. Like, yeah, they drop a few hints here and there, but they don't really blatantly say it. In this show, they straight up said it. I mean, like gay characters, or like even like people with they them pronouns started showing up later on the show as well. Again, I never seen that in a kids show, not ever. Like, the only one that did it right before, I mean, not before, but like, you know, was hinting it a little bit was an Adventure Time with Bubblegum and Marceline. This show was different. It was just built different. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the action. Oh my god, the action sequences in this show alone was way better than it looks. You know what I'm saying? Way better. It reminded me so much like video games and RPGs back in when I was a kid. As it turns out, Rebecca Sugar and her brother were like big RPG fans. So yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense now. And she even teamed up with webtoon webcomic artist Ian Quartz, who later on became the creator of OKKO. And they worked a lot together on Steven Universe series and Steven Universe Future as well. And the two have correlated many times in the past. Now, I'm a big fan of Ian Quartz as well, by the way. Just to know that his work, that this guy started off as like a webtoon guy, like webcomics and whatnot. And now he's in straight up Hollywood now. He's doing actual cartoons. He's rubbing it with the big leagues and all that stuff. I mean, you know, he's really humble about it too. I love it. I love it. And what I'm loving even more is the fact that we're getting more cartoons like this now, like even more, like on Netflix now. We got things like She-Ra. We got things like Voltron. I mean, all these shows have LGBTQ characters in some fashion or form. And what I'm trying to do for this entire month, by the way, because I know some folks are going to be a little confused, like, what? We talking about the gay people. Well, the gay people are actually my allies. I'm an ally to them. And I know quite a few of them, especially back when I was in, like, oh god, now I'm going to go into my art history. Back in art college, oh my god, I met so many lesbians. I met so many lesbians in art college. It's not even funny. Like, wow. I think like 70% were just straight up lesbian. Or bi. Or both. Who knows? I didn't ask. I didn't tell. It's not my business. I wasn't there for relationships. I was there for, you know, to get my art better. And that's what I stayed for, and that's what I got. And as you can see, the results paid off. It took me some time, but I got a whole lot better. But yeah, this show, especially for, well, you know what? Even as an artist, I can totally respect this show because it's the color palette for the series. Like, it's very rich. It looks very smooth in animation a whole lot of times, especially the final seasons. It got really smooth on the animation. Oh my god. It was already looking pretty tight. But like, it got so smooth to the point, like, there was moments where it was a movie style. Heck, even the movie outdid itself. With all the, you know, the music. Oh, that's another thing. The show is known for music. A lot of the voice actors throughout the entire series were actual, like, musicians or have some kind of voice talent that result in, you know, theater, singing. Even Rebecca Sugar herself has some, you know, she has some theater experience, some, you know, singing experience mostly. But she's also primarily an artist and animator. And as I mentioned before by Ian Quartz, her and Ian Quartz are as well, as far as I know, they're engaged, they're fiancés and whatnot. I don't know if they got married yet as of this recording. I don't think they have. But you know what? It's not my business. Those two, they work very well together. I could totally see them being together, yes. And the show itself has the biggest theme of acceptance, I've noticed. Like, that's the biggest theme of all. And that's something I think a whole lot of people can relate to. Because, if anything, especially just through throughout the entire LGBTQ community, which is, they want to be seen. I keep hearing that. I want to be seen. I just want to be known. I don't want to be judged for who I am. I just want to live. As a black man, I completely understand that. Because I'll be honest with you, right now, my audience, I don't care about your gender. I don't care about your pronoun. I don't care about your sexual orientation. As long as you cool, we cool. That's my rule for anybody. If you cool, we cool. Alright, say with me. We cool, we cool. We cool, we cool. Got it? Alright. Excellent. Great. But that's what I'm talking about the show here. Especially my favorite character. Unfortunately, I did not draw her in this one. I'm so sorry about that. My favorite character, by the way, is Bismuth. Bismuth is my favorite character in the entire series of Steven Universe. I want to also include Lapis and Peridot, but like I said, through not time constrictions, but more of, I'm just trying to keep it like nostalgic wise, because this is season 1 and 2 main gems, because the other characters can come in until like around, much later seasons. I'm talking like 2 or 3, 4, whatnot. But yeah, the entire series itself is very, very well done. I love the story. It's a romance story. It's very much heavily inspired by old school JRPGs, especially with the whole story behind the gems and the diamonds. And I'm not even gonna get into all that. I'd rather you watch the show itself. If you haven't seen the show by this point, do yourself a favor before I spoil anything else. Watch the show. I highly recommend you watch this show. It is great. It is well written, well executed. There are many moments that even I didn't see coming. I felt for the characters each time, especially for the story about, was it Rose? Because she's everything. She's the main focus of everything. She's at the center of everything. Rose Quartz is the most important character throughout the entire series. And I don't want to spoil the ending part of it because I want you guys to really, really enjoy the show. For those who haven't seen it yet, of course. But yeah, this show was, it quickly climbed up to be one of my favorite shows in Cartoon Network's run. Right next to Adventure Time and regular show. The Steven Universe, you know, it spoke to a whole lot of people. Either you're LGBTQ, or you're a straight person, or you're just somebody who's like, you know, kind of like an outsider kind of person. It resonates to you, it really does. And it spoke to a whole lot of people, man. Especially people who really need to hear this. Because they need to know that, you know, people see them, people love them, most importantly that people really understand what they're going through. The show itself was unfortunately canceled, but it got renewed for one more season on Steven Universe Future, which is also a very excellent, well-executed show. And it basically goes with the fallout of what happened in the original series and, you know, shows what happened after everything's said and done. So, even though I call it a sequel series, but it's more like an epilogue series. It's like a 20-episode epilogue, to be honest. And that's fine. That works with the series. It's a little unnecessary, maybe, but I felt the show needed to have a send-off, a proper ending. And that particular series had the right ending. I don't particularly like the final 2 episodes of it. That's me personally. But, you know what? It doesn't matter. It worked out, didn't it? It worked out in the end. But yeah, that's all I gotta talk about for Steven Universe. And I'm gonna get back to my live action guy, because I want to show my face again. See you soon, just a few seconds. Okay, after all that sketching and coloring and all this other nonsense, finally, I got it looking the way I want. Check this out. We are the crystal gems, always save the day. I forgot the words, but that's okay because you get the gist of it. I finished it, yeah. This came out way better than I thought it would, actually. Like, what I added from the original video was, I wanted to play my backgrounds, and I kind of ran out of time because I wanted to get too much recording in the original. So, here you go. This is Steven Universe with Garnet, Steven, Pearl, and Amethyst. And yeah, they are the original crew of the series. And I had a lot of fun with, this is way more fun I thought I had with this. Because like I said, I just wanted to make sure I got the style and the mood right and everything else. Hold on. There we go. All right, that's it. Promise. That's it. No more. But yeah, as you can see, I add the clouds and the little background over there for for dramatic effect and all that. You know, you get it. And yeah, this was very fun to do. Steven Universe was like a well-received series, and it made a big impact on a whole lot of things. And you know what? Yeah, it was time. It was always time. Anyway, I'm gonna ask y'all to just click on to the next video. This is Soul. And don't forget, if you want to get a, art commission from me, personally, if you look up on the screen right there, see that? Over there somewhere, probably, as I'm pointing my fingers, you'll see patreon.com/soulstarsborn. Go there. It's on my donation site, and right there, under my tiers, you're gonna see how to get a commission from me personally. So I suggest you do that if you're really, really, really serious about that. All right. Anyway, y'all have a good time. I'm gonna enjoy this totally real beach behind me. Totally real, guys. And y'all just enjoy yourselves. Please click the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.